Show number 17. Welcome to podcast 17 of Big River Talks. Today's going to be a little different. We don't have any guests, and we're missing our last guest host. Southman is going to be out for a bit, but we're going to continue this podcast. Today we're going to have a conversation on a bunch of different things. If you have a question and you want to talk about something, please chat with us and let us know what you think, because that's the only way we're going to figure out if we were doing something right or something wrong. Before we continue, I'm going to let my co-host Bojo talk about what happened last week.
Yeah, thanks, TJ. So as TJ mentioned, today's episode is going to be a little bit different. So we brainstormed a little bit, and we've been having such a great success with all the guests that have been ramping up and stopping by and gracing us and blessing us with their little testimonies and information and what they do and how they're part of the community and how you can become a part of the community and reach them if you need them. All the different fine services that they've been providing for us. So we decided, you know what, TJ, I think we need to slow down, maybe do a little recap, or if anything, just pump the brakes for a little bit so that we can open the airways for you guys. If you have a comment or something on a past guest that you want more information on, now's the time to do it. So we've always wanted of course, our thing is our reward for doing this is the feedback. And by feedback, I mean not just hearing whether it's a complaint or it's a positive comment or constructive criticism, but we also, because in results, there's been some guests that have stopped by with their organization, stepped off when they came in, and their event was a success, or we were able to, help them reach more audience. That's what this is about. So tonight, take the time, Rito. Really, I know I always say, take advantage of the airtime, but tonight, especially tonight, should you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, let us know. And that's what this podcast is going to be. It's just going to be straight dialogue, and we've done some current events also, and it's open communications, and be part of the conversation, Laredo, and Nuevo Laredo, surrounding cities, all of you guys. One big happy family, that kind of mentality. So, just want to do a little recap, TJ, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So last week we had another, of course, a good bunch of selected, motivated guests, to say the least. We started out with Father Ernest Buchanan. He graced us with his presence also last week, gave us some information, what he does, how he helps out, all the different hats that he wears. And I'm telling you, man, it's another prime example of if you want to do something, it's doable, it's obtainable. There is no time limit on anything. You can always go back and do what you wanted to do. It's like I tell my kids and myself, there's no what ifs in my life. There shouldn't be any in yours too. Think of that. Think of it. Next time you're doubting yourself, what do you got to do? Fail? Oh wow. I'm not going to say which one, but a famous president who was part of the responsible for the freeing of the slaves. He failed like 6-7 times as an entrepreneur before he became president. So
Jacinto Juarez?
Man, I wasn't going to say.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But anyway, no, it was a guy with the long beard too, and the tall hat.
The one that got shot?
No, we had to go there.
Oh, okay. No, speaking of that, check it out. So the quarter, the nickel, and the dime, all silver in color, facing the same way. The penny, bronze in color, facing the opposite way.
Because that's where
if you link them all, they're facing away from each other. Well, there's some racism in that. I don't know.
No, I guess because that's where the blues brand that get blew out the other, so they don't show that side of the penny.
Whatever. Okay.
No.
Whatever.
No, but
I'm just saying.
So another fun fact about that, where's the little balloon thing? There's no more pennies circulating. There's still some circulating.
Oh, they're about to get rid of them.
Yeah. So guys, if you ever want to invest in the metal, it's not gold, it's not silver.
It's copper. Copper. That's
it's
right.
Copper, because you can make currency and you can make bullets. That's where we're headed to. So anyway, that's another fun thing. That's Ben's job when he comes back. The financial advisor.
Oh yeah,
for
Ben.
Big River Talks.
Ben, if you're listening, you're up next. You're in the hot seat, so you're gonna come in and give us some free advice on how to get richer.
Richer. Yes, sir. So then we were followed up by Dr. Jaciel Silva Gonzalez. I mean, this is like a little kid. You weren't kidding when you said he's a young
Right.
guy. He's a very, I say kid, excuse me, Doc. It's just, to us, you are. He's just a very young individual, very motivated, very self-driven. He's one of those, I like those kind of person. There's just no boundaries. If he thinks he can be a mechanic, he's going to do it. He's going to try. If he fails, he fails. But he does a myriad of things on top of what he mentioned that he does here in the show. And it was just fun to have him here, hear what he has to say, everything that he's been involved with, and testimony from TJ of presencing his work and his place of work and his staff. And it's a clear reflection of him, obviously, as TJ mentioned. And that's great. That's awesome. That's what we need. And plus, to hear that he's my keyword in life, innovation. He's innovating in this, innovating in that, and he's trying this different stuff, and that's excellent, man. You can't ask for more. And if he's already one of your, practice your doctor or specialist, congratulations, you chose correctly. Then finally, we had LPC Ana Isela Colmenero stop by. Wow. Not only because I know her personally, because as it was thrown out, she's a TJ's daughter, but I've seen her since, I've known her since she was a child, and a crazy child. And to see her now where she is, and not only that, but to hear her, talk and the way she expresses herself about her practice and the people that she deals with. I'm glad there's somebody out there, not just because of the relationship to us here immediately, but I'm happy that there's somebody like her that wants to work on some of our brethren that need more help than others, and that there's persons with patience and not automatically wants to, I'm going to say, big pharma's going to come for me or whatever, but that they don't want to get you drugged up immediately. That's not the solution. Might be one of these solutions or a temporary solution, but she's willing to go the extra mile before she puts you on, and to me that's kudos. I mean, that speaks a lot. I'm just totally against big pharma and stuff because of what it does and what it doesn't do, and people think it does, and then you're on that carousel for the rest of your life. So anyway, I think I said too much, TJ. But that's a recap of last week's show. Check it out. It's going to get uploaded onto YouTube in episode 16. Now 17 today's. And you have more information on any of the participants or our guests from last week, reach us. Contact us. We'll give you their information to that week or the week before where we had Doc Sharon Moreno also. Crazy my mind. Reach us and we'll gladly provide that information for you. So there it is, TJ.
All right. So, guys, today, like I said, we don't have any guests. So, and we kept it down on purpose. Next week we're gonna resume with the guests, God willing. But today we're gonna just have conversations. We're gonna, each one of us is gonna come up with a topic. We're gonna talk about what's going on around the world, around the state, around the community, and hopefully engage in a intellectual conversation, right? But before we do that, we'll go ahead and talk about the sponsorships and the sponsors that are helping us keep this podcast together.
Time to pay the bills.
Pay the bills. Of course, Mariachi Mezcal de Tejas, I always say that with a number 2 mariachi because, like I always say, everybody else, all the mariachis in the world think they're number 1. So we'll let them think that. We know we're number 2. So it's not about thinking, it's about knowing. So if you need anything for an occasion, let us know, and we'll gladly get out there. If you need an attorney, there are many, but this one is mine, Silverio Martinez, for either criminal or civil stuff. He's very well versed in a lot of different areas of law, so give him a call. We'll be glad to help you out. Warrior Way Protection Services, there are many different security companies in Laredo, but again, this one is mine, so it's different. We have armed and unarmed security officers. We have private investigators, personal protection. We can do background checks. So if you need something like that, let us know. For your business or for personal reasons. Western Wings Pizza, Eric. what's coming. And again, he's gonna be, like I said, Southman's gonna be out for a bit, so we're gonna have different guest hosts, you know. And Eric will probably be on the next week or the following week. You know, he's always fun to talk to, and yeah, when he's on, he's gonna bring pizza, so that's the important thing, right? So also the Mariachi Mix. If you're a member of my Facebook page, you can see the latest stuff that we have out there as far as Mexican pottery and Mexican imports. Just chime in. I'm also going to upload that stuff into the Mariachi Mix Facebook page. And Whispers Bar and Lounge. So Mike's running a little late. Should be here in a bit to help us guest host, hopefully. I've got a thousand things going on. But again, I call it Elevator's best little secret when it comes to bars. It's a nice little place. Get out there. Tejano Express Radio again. You know, Fred's not here, but the equipment is here, so we're glad and we're very happy that he's still supporting it, even though he's not able to be here. And of course, the Classic Cats. So yours truly now is the front lead singing for that group.
Good Lord.
We'll see. We'll see how it sounds. We're working on it every week. We're getting better at putting the music together. And
So that means you're off the drums.
I'm off the drums. And
Excellent.
shut up.
Okay.
And I'm playing guitar now in the front. So if you all need a band, we're playing 80s, 90s, old school rock, and we're also playing international stuff, country, a little bit of Tejano. We're playing a little bit of everything. So anyway, so those are the sponsors as of now. And if you're looking for sponsorship opportunities, let us know. And if you have something going on, we can actually, get out there and do a live podcast. And we're trying to get the equipment for that, so that we can get out there and do some live podcast. You want us to come out to your event as a team? We'll come out and do a little bit of recording and push out your event. So let us know, guys. So let's get started. So one of the first things that I want to talk about is this tragedy that's going on in Kirk County and with the flooding and stuff like that. I think the latest poll, or the latest death count is 121 people, and I think there were still 172, if I'm not mistaken, missing. 172 people still missing. By this time, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about bodies probably, in pieces now, either through the debris or now animals getting to them. It's a horrible thing. In 2024, I'm not sure who predicted it, but they told them that in a year or two they were going to have this kind of flood.
And I'm going to pause you real quick. But so this had already happened in 1987. You know that, right?
I wasn't aware of that.
And the funny thing is that 2 days before it happened, somebody uploaded a video on YouTube just talking about the flooding of 1987, and lo and behold, 2 days later, it actually happened.
Wow. That one I didn't know.
Yeah. So they were like actually, questioning the individual that uploaded. He's like, I don't know. I thought it was fascinating. I wanted to talk about it. Here it is. So I've always known, just nature itself, where water ran through once, guess what?
Yeah.
It's gonna run through again. Whether it's now, in a year, a decade, a century, it's gonna run again. And time is proven time and time again. I mean, we see it here all the time with the Rio Grande, and of course it's a river, but in the early years it was a massive river all the time. Like when it floods, that was the size of it. It's downsized throughout the time, but when you get a flooding, that's the max cap that you see.
Yep.
Because can you imagine in this place that, I'll let you get into the weeds and more, but I just thought that was fascinating when I read that article and the video's there, and it talks about, the flooding, the same locations in 1987.
Yeah, that I wasn't aware of. But so there was a commissioner, I don't have the details, a couple of years ago that talked about it. The city council and the commissioner, the city council were the ones that were opposed to it because it cost too much money to have an early alert system. So here we are, 100 and some,
That is true, yeah.
plus 170 some. We're gonna have over 300 dead people because the fucking politicians did not want to put money up.
It's like if it's their money.
Yeah. So what's the price on a human life? That's my question. What is the price on a human life? Is it $20? Is it $40? Is it $300? Apparently, for them, it was nothing. There is no. They're not worth anything. So this is the type of stuff that taxpayers' money should be going to, instead of building another goddamn city park with some politician's last name. Let's come up with these important things. You see the pictures of the little girls that were killed. It was a Christian group, a Christian summer camp,
Yeah.
and it's I cannot imagine the pain and sorrow. You take your child to a summer camp with the expectation of them to have an experience, a positive experience, especially as a Christian group.
Christian based.
Can you imagine? I was thinking about that earlier today. It's like, what was going through their mind? There was a little girl that was on the phone with her dad, and the fucking phone went off because she was drowning. That is something that I don't understand, how that poor father can survive something like that. I have never. Well, I take it back. We've all thought about suicide. We've all thought about, what would happen if we were not here. Nobody. I mean, most of us don't act on it, but we just think about it. Would this world be a better place without me here? But that's the only thing that might ever push me to do something stupid if I lose a child, because it's not natural for a father or for a mother.
Yeah, no parent should ever.
To bury their children. That's not natural. They're supposed to be the other way around. And this thing could have been avoided if a bunch of assholes would have decided to go with it and move money around. I was in city government for 30 years, county government for 2.5. I learned and I understood the way things work as far as moving money around. If you really want to do something, you're going to get it done.
Yep.
But these assholes from back then that said no and continue to, the ones getting elected after that.
I mean, isn't that something like happened with the Uvalde shootings? It was the same thing, that they could have been prevented had they implemented this and this security means. It was a money thing also.
It's always about money, guys.
It's ridiculous.
Everything's about money, but the thing is that you're dealing with human lives. I mean, how many generations of children were lost because of all these women and young girls that died, that will never have children, that will never.
Yeah, you don't know. We lost somebody who was going to cure cancer, somebody that was going to be a president. You don't know. I mean, aside from being somebody's child, which is like the max, you don't know. And only for, like you said, for chunk change, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And this, I hope that all those assholes that voted against it, I hope that they from now on, they cannot sleep the rest of their lives, because it's on them. If whoever voted against it, whoever was complaining, now I guarantee you they were going to say, well, we're being a good stewards of public funds. Bull fucking shit.
Yeah, right.
Stop wasting the goddamn money on bullshit festivals and parks and 4th of July celebrations, all that crap. Stop wasting on that. If you live by a flood zone area, they should have had this stuff done. They should have had this done ready to go. If those poor children and poor families and poor people that got killed, and the ones that are missing, I guarantee you they're dead. They're done. They're not alive.
At a minimum, they starved.
So right now we're at over 300 people. I guarantee you by the time this thing's over, 300 people dead because some fucking asshole said no, it's too expensive.
300 over the circumference, and you look at the area.
Yeah.
The affected area.
Some people were found 15, 20 miles down the freaking river down that area. No, I mean it's horrible. It's unimaginable. It's unforgivable. I don't know, man. I don't know. If we were in the old days and I was king for a day, all the guys that voted against it, shit, we would have a public drowning, man. I would have a big glass pool and put them with something so they can drown, so they can feel what those poor kids felt.
Or drown their child.
Oh, that's, yeah. I mean, I know we sound.
Putting them, that's the easy way out.
I know we sound drastic.
We're ex-military.
But it's ridiculous that these poor kids lost their lives, and everybody that. But again, when the kids are involved, it changes everything.
So with all that, TJ, everything that's happened, and we're still gonna, what else is gonna happen? What did we learn from this? How are we gonna avoid this again? They never talk about that. everybody critiques or does this or does that, but okay, so what's the plan? We already saw what the aftermath. What are we going to do to prevent it? We never see it.
Yeah, how are we gonna fix it? And that's one of the things about this podcast. We're gonna bring things up, but we also want to hear. We want to hear ideas
Options
as to how this thing is gonna be, fixed.
courses of actions, or like all to begin with, all those folks involved in not approving them, you're done. You're done.
Well,
You're fired.
and this is I'm talking about years of politicians.
Yeah, they're
talking about
generations,
this.
man. It's not the current ones only. And like we said, we don't like to talk bad about that, but we identified that if that's the issue, what's going to happen? How are they going to be dealt with? Just a slap in the hand, or hey guys, next time we got to approve it. Like, it's too late. Like it's like they say, the house burned down already. Like,
Yeah.
it's too late to invest in firefighter equipment now. I mean, it's good for the next time, but for now. But I just rather see, because we never saw what happened with the Valde. But the outcome was how are we going to prevent it and all this. Like they just talked about it a little bit, moved it, and people just forgot about it. They refocused on something else, just like this floods. I guarantee you in a month and a half, nobody's going to remember this. Except only those that were immediately affected by it, of course. It's going to be a long time for them to get over it. Our condolences, and we empathize with them, and our prayers are going out to all those families affected. But everybody else, the world's going to move on. It's sad. Think about it. How many brethren that we lost, and nobody remembers the wars anymore. They don't even remember the big mess that Biden did with leaving everything behind. Nada. Now they're all focused on, Trump starting World War III, and really? So it would not surprise me if this just blows over in a month or two.
Yep. I agree. And the thing is that that area needs to be protected.
Yep.
This thing should never have happened.
Yeah.
And for sure as hell should never happen again. It is such a horrible thing. And who knows how long it's going to take to recover those missing. Who knows?
So you guys live near a creek, a ravine, a stream, a lake, whatever, and there's no water in it right now, I guarantee you there's going to be water again sometime. Maybe like I told you earlier, maybe not this year, not this decade, not this, there's going to be water. But where water was once, it's going to be there through it. It's going to run through there again. Just keep that in mind. Be safe. And that's it. Be safe.
Yeah, it's horrible. And like I said, I can't even imagine that happening to anybody. That's I don't know. But here we go. So
It's hard talking about it.
Yeah, that's a big one. Also,
I can't wrap my head around it, brother.
No, also I think there was another flooding in New Mexico.
Oh yeah, now New Mexico's underwater.
Also that area.
Yeah.
So I don't know about what you think, Bojo, but I really think that these floods. A lot of people say that.
I agree.
We already started with doomsday assholes. Oh, it's the end of the world. And okay, let me tell you something, folks. Let me tell you something. Doomsday, predictions have been going on for years. I don't remember Bojo back in the 80s when we were in high school. There was the 3 days of darkness for 3 days, and the demons were gonna rise and take people and anyway. So let me tell you all a little secret. You want to know when the world's gonna end? Anybody want to know? If you do, I can tell you. I'll tell you exactly the date, time, and second it's gonna end. You ready, Bojo?
Ready?
All right. It's gonna end.
When you die.
No, it's gonna end when the big man upstairs
Exactly.
decides.
Exactly.
So nobody knows when the world. We have people like Nostradamus.
Just like you talk about all the time, we have people say, "Oh, you have so much time to live."
Yes, exactly. Oh, yes.
Where did you go to school for that?
Yeah. So, doctors telling you that you only have 6 months to live. Again, nobody knows our time. We all have an expiration date.
We do.
We know our start date, which is our birthday, which mine's coming up on the 17th of July. I'm just saying, But we don't have an expiration
Taking a
date.
call right now. Yeah, go ahead.
But we don't have an expiration date. I mean, we do, but we don't know. So nobody knows for sure. I could be talking to you right now and have a heart attack right here live, which will probably be funny. But I mean, what I'm telling you is that you shouldn't be worried about when it's gonna happen. You should be prepared, because before it happens, we're all gonna go through some shit. Let me tell you this. get ready for some ugly scenarios coming up very soon. When World War III starts, and I'm saying we're going to be in it within the next 2 to 3 years. When World War III starts, we're not going to be totally out of it. They're going to attack our grid. They're going to attack our communications. They're going to attack our energy production. So be ready to be without the comforts of life. Right now we're very spoiled. We have air conditioning. We have TV. We have showers. We have food in our refrigerator. Thank God we do.
Yeah, good
But do you know?
elsewhere.
Shut up. But do you know how to survive with all that stuff?
So you know what I tell my family, because I'm not a doomsday prepper and all that.
No,
But you know
no,
what?
I'm not
I
saying
got
that.
my 3-day bags for the whole family individually. Yeah, but you know all this kind of stuff. But I tell my family, the way I prep them is, don't worry about the situation. We're prepped. I have generators. Power goes out of the house. I'll turn them on. But then again, do I want to? Because I'm going to be the only house on the block with power. Everybody's going to try to raid my house.
Yeah.
So what I tell them with that mentality is, don't worry about the current situation outside. Worry about the chaos that the people are going to create. That's what gets us. What happens here when some dumb Laredo says, "Oh, se está acabando la gasolina"? What does everybody do? Mad dash to the gas stations and they create chaos. The gas stations, they jump on the price, all because of one dumb Laredo said, "Hey guys, go get gas. Se está acabando la gasolina."
I'm sorry.
We're out of toilet paper.
The majority of people are stupid and they go on emotions.
Yeah.
So those are the ones you got to worry about.
They live off fear.
Yeah, during
People don't admit it,
during
but they love
COVID,
fear.
during COVID,
Oh yeah.
I was out there with my guys trying to enforce the regulations, the masking and distancing, and all this, business being open, whatever. I could not find toilet paper. I could not find Lysol. We arrested a guy from a local store, from a local chain. I'm not gonna say which one, but I will say
Lotos?
no. The three initials are HEB. Because that guy was selling, they would get there early, get the Lysol and steal
Oh,
it
yeah. And then
to sell it.
scalp it. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, why do we have to go to those extremes? Because people are uneducated, they're emotional. So anyway, going back to what you were saying, those are the ones that you gotta watch out for. So I have an AR-15, and I have a lot of guns. I have a way to protect my property.
You all have an arsenal.
And you all need to be ready with that. Because guess what? People are going to try to come in and take over and get your stuff. If you want to have an idea of what might happen, go into The Walking Dead, series, and get an idea of how people will react. If you don't understand what I'm saying, how they might react when they're running out of food, running out of water, medical supplies. That's another thing. If you're on any kind of health medication, maintenance medication,
You're done.
diabetes, high blood pressure, something like that, you better have a supply, because for a long time you're not gonna find them. So get ready. You might say that no, you guys are crazy, whatever. I'm not hoping this thing happens. I'm just telling you, you need to be ready. It's better to be ready and not, like I say, have and not need than need and not have.
Yep.
Right? If you have people, elderly people, think about a survival plan for them. They can't walk, they can't move, they're on a respirator, they're on oxygen. I mean, what are you gonna do with all that? A lot of people are gonna die just because of that. So I don't know, guys. I mean,
But again, it's just common sense, man. And I understand, things are expensive. You can't have a lot of extra of this, You just have your essentials, and by essentials, I mean, okay, if you buy one pack, a 4-roll pack of toilet paper, if you can, buy 2. You usually buy your 1 gallon of water, buy 2. That's it. Next week, you don't have to buy one. The following week, maybe buy 2. And slowly start. I don't want you to stockpile a lot of stuff, but just have the bare necessity.
it's just a bare necessity. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Sorry.
Reel it backwards. So just when the city of Laredo is, there's a broken main line, you're out of water for how long?
In Laredo, 2 or 3 days.
You know what I'm saying?
You know why? Because they don't work at night. That's another thing. Don't get me started with that.
and then you're like, I wish I had bought some bottled water, because by that time now half of Laredo, or your neighborhood took everything from the local convenience stores close to you. So now you have to go out, further out and get stuff. So just avoid that. I'm just saying, be ready. Don't doomsday prep and go crazy and dig a bunker. Because honestly, who wants to survive the worst? You know what I'm saying? What do you want to survive it for? It's crazy. I don't know. And some people I think it's just an excuse because they're hoarders or something else. But it is good to prep. I'm not saying it. I do it myself. But do it within limitations where, don't go overboard. Don't go overboard. I mean, the only thing I stockpile are my collectibles, all my Star Wars and stuff. But that's a whole different thing. But,
your inflatable little dolls, so like
what I call my plastic money.
little boys. What?
Plastic money.
Oh, plastic.
Yeah, plastic. You can always resell them. So there's always a market. There's always
in the middle of The Walking Dead. There's gonna be a market to sell your.
Watch. Imagine if comic books become the next currency. I'd be a millionaire, bro. So yeah. Anyway, it always attracts new money. There's always a new customer for that. They get the vintage there or whatever. But anyway, so just think about stuff like that, Laredo. Think about it. If you're ready, your neighbor's ready, it just makes the situation a whole lot easier for everybody. And yeah, network within your neighborhood. Know your neighbor so-and-so, he's an ex-cop, like you know where to get this, or he's a retired military, or retired doctor, retired nurse, whatever. That's always good to know, because then when it happens, it's your community that's going to help you out. Don't expect help from the outside. The last thing you want to hear, mark my words, like President Reagan said, we're here from the government and we're here to help. When you hear that, it's done. Always remember that.
All right. Well, I guess we beat that horse to death. So another thing is, I posted a video on my Facebook, and in fact, Bojo, I'll let you see it, because it's interesting the comments I got off of it. And basically, it shows.
Again.
Look. It shows a girl at a bar, pretty drunk. She gets up and slaps a guy. And guess what he does? He returns the favor and knocks her on her ass.
At the same level.
I mean, yeah. So, my caption to that post was, tough lesson. Yeah, let me read it. So I put tough but very necessary lesson to learn. Now, some of the people that responded, some of the females were like, no, always hit a guy in the knees, hit him in the ball. I'm like, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. One female actually, and I'm gonna read out what she wrote. I was very impressed, but then again, she's military, so she looks at things a little different. But she put, let me read verbatim what she wrote, because I thought it was very important. She put, if a girl got attitude to hit, she better be ready to receive. Domestic abuse or assault is not gender specific. Stop hiding behind men who won't hit a girl. All right. So let me talk about this, because
kudos to her.
Yeah, because let me help. I hope if girls, if you're listening, guys, if you're listening, pay attention to what I'm telling you.
Let me hold your hand while I explain this.
Yeah. We all have a right to defend ourselves. If you attack me, I'm going to respond. And my goal is to win that fight. I'm not in a fight to lose. Nobody ever gets into a fight thinking I'm going to lose this. You're gonna jump in to defend yourself or assault, whatever. But the goal is to win. Those days of boys don't hit girls, those days are gone. Now, I'm not saying a man should ever touch a woman in anger.
Yeah, we don't condone.
No, we're not talking about that. But it goes both ways. You don't want to get hit, do not hit. It is that simple. If you think that you're going to slap a guy and he's not going to respond, and guess what? He has every right to respond. The problem is that he's going to respond 2 or 3 times as hard as the first one. So basically do not be touching anybody. I don't care if you're a girl, you want to fight another girl. No, leave it alone.
Don't act like that.
Don't ever respond physically to an emotional or verbal argument, because more than likely you're gonna end up losing. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, if I have you on Facebook, get on there and look for my post. I mean, he knocks her on her ass, and it's weird because she gets up and goes right back to the bar like nothing ever happened. It's weird.
She was drunk.
Yeah, I don't know the backstory. I don't know how it got there, but you can see her slap the guy, and he just whacks her and knocks her on her ass. So, but I was surprised at some of the comments of females thinking, no, you need to hit a guy in the balls and the knees. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You should never touch anybody like that. You know?
I mean, just anatomical wise, we're built different. Like, we're not at the same level. Yeah, some of the, well, I'm not gonna say it, but
No.
not all men are.
I know where you're going.
The same,
but no. What we're talking about,
even at advance, if he doesn't seem like he's still a guy, he's still gonna punch pounds over you, regardless. Or like in this case, a slap. You saw me that dude, like he didn't even flinch. He didn't even turn his torso to get, you normally you get taught to punch. He just like stood up and boom and knocked her down on the ground. It's girls, please don't do that.
You should not be touching anybody, and unfortunately, the incidence of the high percentage of domestic violent cases, most of them happen in the lower socioeconomic areas of any city. And why? Because education levels, emotional control levels, drug use, frustrations about feeling inferior to the people.
And I mean, and if you don't mind me interjecting, I can tell you because I grew up poor, and it's all about defending.
Did you say you grew up a whore?
No, I grew up poor.
Oh, poor. I'm sorry.
Sordo. O sea, aparte de feo, chaparro y maricón.
Que te valga.
Maricona, sordo. Anyway, so you grow up poor, so you grow up in a defensive mode. You protect the little or whatever you have, but you have to tone it down and be in control of that. Because if not, I mean, you see what you learn. It goes back to what TJ just said, and it's unfortunately, but the generations just keep repeating itself. They keep breeding the same, animosity or whatever you want to call it to a situation that normally doesn't take that. You're not. We're not taught to turn the other cheek and walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. You're defending territory that is not even yours.
No, it's like if anybody ever saw, the Wanderers. Was it the Wanderers?
What are you saying?
What was that stupid movie?
The Wanderers?
Was it the Wanderers?
The Wonder Years.
No. That stupid movie with Rob Macchio.
The Warriors?
No. It was a book. I can't think of it, man. I'm sorry, I'm buzzing. I can't think. Rob Macchio, Emilio Estevez. Oh my God. Here, let me look it up. Anyway.
The Lost Boys?
No, before that. So they are.
Traes puro sueño.
They are defending, the territory and talk about low social.
Warriors.
No.
Pony Boy.
Yes, that's not the Warriors. The Warriors was another movie. The Outsiders. There you go. Outsiders. See, that's why we have this computer in front of us. Anyway, so
imagine they invented a gadget where you can automatically search for. Where is that from?
I don't know.
Oh, Sylvester Stallone, Tulsa King. I remember.
Okay, so the whole premise of the movie, the defending territory, and the guy gets burned up and he dies. I mean, for what? Again, we go back to people not having. So, philosophies of life are very important. If you don't know your personal philosophy in life, then I feel sorry for you. You have to have some kind. Pick a philosophy and stick to it. Identify with it and stick to it. What is your goal in life? I mean, do you wanna leave this world with a positive, with somebody, at least one person saying, "Hey, that guy was badass. That guy helped me out with something." Right? That should be the goal. But some people just go around trying to fuck people over.
Yeah, that's exactly what I try to tell back in the day with the younger soldiers and now with the kids at work. I mean, me, a guy at my age at 75, I always tell people I never cared what they say about me now. They can talk whatever they want to talk, but you know what I care about? My testimony when I'm gone. I want them to say, you know what, that guy Joe, he was a crazy old man, but he always tried to do the right thing. That's what I want my testimony to be. What TJ said. What are we going to leave behind? It's crazy, but if you don't think about that stuff now, you're never going to not do the right thing, but you know what TJ, like try to pick an alternate way of dealing with things. And as TJ said, if you don't have philosophy, there's a book called the Bible. Read it. You can learn a lot from it and apply it to your life. It changed my life, and it'll change yours too.
The beauty about the Bible,
Every time
I
you open it,
know
it's
you're Christian, I'm Catholic, the Bible's still the Bible.
Exactly.
And the beauty of it is that it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It's the same words. You can read the same proverb.
Yep.
And I'm
something
gonna,
different.
yes, it'll mean something, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
The thing is that the message is there.
And the
That's what
Bible,
matters.
it's the book of instructions before leaving Earth. That's what Bible stands for. So try it. If you can't pick another philosophy or somebody to follow, create it.
But have a philosophy, guys. Whether existentialism, whatever it is, pick a
Social,
philosophy and live by it. Have a meaning. Have a reason to
have
be
some
here.
conviction. That's it.
Have a reason to be here. It's life is too short, and honestly, guys, the older I get, the more I appreciate.
Isn't that a song?
What?
Toby Keith? Oh no, that's Alan Jackson. The older I get,
Come on, that.
the older I get. You drink it and it hits me.
Yeah, no, I'm the one drinking. You're the one that's getting buzzed. How does that work? But I don't know. Health, health is very important, right?
Yeah.
Peace,
Yep.
peace and quiet. Holy shit.
Minding your own business.
Yeah, just stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. And that's a military term. Stay in your lane. Don't be getting involved in people's crap. Stop being a Karen and just focus on you.
What you call it? Oh, no.
Focus on you. That's all you can do.
Don't don't be opinion on everything. Just suck it up, Buttercup. Accept things for what they are. Impact what you can. Learn how not to, how to take you not being in impact stuff. It's so simple, dude.
By the way, real quick, guys. So I know if you look at the screen, it says podcast number 16. No, it's actually 17. So I don't want to go in there and mess things up and shut us down. But today is the 17th episode. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, again, guys, we're just talking about different things. If you notice, we kind of we started out with the flooding in Kerrville and stuff. Now we ended up talking about
Beating up women.
the philosophy of life. We went from domestic violence to
Yeah.
philosophy. So important stuff, guys. I don't know, man. I know that we had talked about coming up with different topics. Did you have anything different?
No, just how can I put it to you guys? Don't get wrapped around by everything that you see. Like, yeah, we had the floodings here in Texas and now in New Mexico and everything. Oh, it's the end of the world, and guess what? This has always happened.
Yep.
It's just that now we have a little thing called the internet, and we see everything at live time.
Yep.
Immediately as it's happening.
Yep.
Like, oh, there's this sighting, there's this light, and I guess they've always been around. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but they've always been around. Stop acting like you discovered something new. But again, with the internet, we see everything immediately, like live broadcast. Something happened in Egypt, the media thought, oh my God, now it's happening in Egypt. Now, guess what? Just as I speak right now, there's like 10 different things, major things happening around the world. And you'll see some of it later on. Don't fall for that. Don't go down that rabbit hole. These things have always happened. Things are always going to work out. God's always going to take care of everything. We just have to be, what we said a little bit earlier, be ready to react to scenarios that take you outside of your comfort zone. If you're in your comfort zone every day and you feel like, oh, this is comfortable, you're wrong. You're wrong. You need to feel like, you sometimes have to what if, not all the time, but if you're driving like, okay, if this vehicle automatically stops, what would I do? Would I be able to steer in the next lane or stay in the middle, just pump the brakes? What would I do? Or am I just going to and take the impact. Little stuff like that. It's called situational awareness. We call that in the military. And I encourage you to start practicing that. Situational awareness, what's around you? Where are you? And I know TJ Esparta's, when you do your, what do you call it, your FO or stage as a police officer, when you're riding around and all of a sudden they brought, okay, where are you? And you're supposed to know what street you're, you have to go stage. You're supposed to know where you're at. It's the same thing. Wherever you are, especially if you're driving around with your family, where are you? Where are you going? If this happens, if you're on the highway, this truck runs you over, you're going to pull to the side. Run scenarios. It will, it helps you, against the fight against Alzheimer's and dementia and all that stuff.
What?
Because
Who are you? What?
Because you're actually trying to use your brain. Just memorizing phone numbers helps you, by the way. So there's that. But you're also being proactive in, okay, this happens. If a tire blew out right now, what would I do? Think about it. Don't what if it's, take things for face value. But so what I'm saying is, don't fall into the rut. Oh, because I saw it in the news. It's like, well, where did you hear about that? In the internet. So, does that mean that it's true? No.
If it's on Google, that means it's true.
Yeah, Dr. Google lies a lot too, also, guys. So it's not just Wikipedia. So anyway, do that, and then don't believe everything you see in the news. Also, I'm not preaching or anything, but there's a thing. People say if you don't watch the news, you're not informed. But if you watch the news, you're misinformed.
Yeah.
So find that happy medium. I tell everybody that I know, and you don't have to follow what I say, but if you want to know what's going on, turn off the TV. There's other means to get informed. Turn off the TV. No, I'm going to say, here's fake news, like, President Trump says, but fake news. There's other means of getting information. And then, you hear it from here, hear it from there, and just take what you need and come to your own conclusions. But don't be, I hate Trump. Well, why do you hate Trump? Hey, compadre, why do we hate Trump? No, you tell me, why do you hate Trump? Don't be that guy. That's just as an example. I really don't care if you like Trump or not, or who you choose. That's your right. If you voted, that's your right. If you didn't vote, you can't complain. But that's all I was going to say. Just don't believe everything that you see. And by the way, when I mentioned Danny Gassa says.
Yeah, Danny. Thank you, Danny, for chiming in. Danny's awesome. But right now I was trying to figure out some stuff, and people are chiming in. I appreciate you guys. So. If you look at the screen right now, if you're looking at the podcast, it says a certain amount of number watching, whatever. We get a lot of people watching these podcasts after the live broadcast, which is pretty cool.
We still look at the chats.
Yeah, we still get chats and stuff, and we get texts. So we really appreciate it, guys. We're just trying to
do a service.
Well, do a service in the sense that we have something to say. We've been around for a while. It's something that we feel that can benefit, even if it reaches something stupid that I say or Bojo that reaches one person. To us that's already gold. One thing I want to bring up, and I'm not trying to alienate or insult any of our brothers and sisters in arms, but. See, if you ever come to our location here, I have a kiosk with a lot of my stuff on there. I have my police hat, I have my football helmet when I play football with the department. I have caps. One of them says Afghanistan veteran. The other one says Grunto veteran. One of them talks about my masonry connection. Of course, Cowboys, Bojo's favorite helmet, the Cowboys. Anyway,
oh, hell.
A&M, it's something, something that represents, what I've done. I have my old chicken books there. It's like my own little shrine, right, of stuff. But
your choice in there?
Yeah, those are my underwear and bra. But anyway, that's a different story. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I seldom ever wear a cap that says Afghanistan veteran or Army veteran. And let me tell you why. And again, I'm not knocking. I know a lot of my friends that wear that shit all the time, every day. and I would love to ask him one day, why do you do it? But anyway, if you're gonna do a good deed, if you're gonna do something good, do it because of the deed itself, not because of recognition. If I wear my cap or if I wear my uniform, what are you gonna get? You gotta people, well, not Laredo, because people in Laredo are not. This is not a military
They're not
town.
patriotic.
Yeah, they're not patriotic here. Unfortunately, very seldom do even now as a state guardsman, if I'm in uniform, very seldom do I have anybody come up to me and tell me thank you for your service. But if we go to San Antonio,
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, almost everywhere you go, if you're in uniform or you wear that cap, people are gonna pay for your lunch, pay for your breakfast, which is great. It's awesome. It's really appreciated. But again, I don't understand why veterans, some veterans wear that all the time. And that's part of their everyday.
Yeah, I wish somebody would chime in and give us a call on why they do it.
Like I said, I mean, it's your right, and it's not like you're not. It's not a false any kind of what do you call it, false valor. It's not any kind of that. I'm not saying that. 'Cause
stolen valor.
Stolen valor. They actually went. I'm just saying, again, if I'm gonna do something like right now, you know, HEB sent a bunch of trucks immediately to the flood zones. And I didn't see, I don't think they posted it, somebody else posted it.
Yep.
So if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do a good deed, do it because it's the right thing to do, not to get attention.
Yeah.
Well, look what I did. I gave this homeless person, I'm sorry, houseless, right? Houseless?
Unhoused.
Unhoused. I gave this unhoused
Jeez.
person, you know,
Right.
$20. Dude, nobody cares. The minute that you do that, the good deed in my mind is you erased it. Because just do it because it's the right thing to do.
Because your heart tells you.
Yeah, not because you're gonna get attention. You know, come on, guys. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you know, I guess because we've both done a lot of things in our life, very different things.
Selfless service.
Whether it's military, law enforcement, education,
With the
business,
churches,
church, whatever. So I personally don't need to be identified.
Me neither.
In
I'm
any way.
always that guy operating behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Do they never find out? You know what pleases me is like when I'll fill somebody up, I'll fill up somebody's tank or something like that, or even when you buy a coffee, the person behind you that you buy the coffee, ever done that? Like
Yes.
sometimes I do it when there's a police officer, and if it's not the poor rookie that they sent out to get everybody for the precinct, like I'll ask him, whatever it is, and that's it. You only do it because it's my way of paying it back. Because at some point somebody bought me a drink or a breakfast, and if I see guys in uniform, I don't even say anything. I tell specifically, say the word, don't say anything. I'm gonna pay for their meals. You say something, like you lose your tip. I don't do it for the I do it because it's what my heart tells me to do at that point in time. Simple as that. I'm a firm believer, never let your right hand see what your left one does, meaning your brain and your heart. And that's what it is. And then what TJ's saying, you do it because don't do it for the glory. Don't do it for the recognition. And again, like TJ said, I'm on board with what you're saying, TJ. Don't misinterpret what we're saying. And I won't walk back what I'm saying either. I'll never do that. If you ever learn anything from this podcast, we speak what we say, we stand our ground. If you need more details or more explanation of what we mean by that, we'll gladly take it to that level as well. But be ready and be prepared and mature and adult enough to be ready to hear what we're going to say. Don't come in with your feelings on your sleeves because you're going to leave crying. Don't do that. So what I'm saying is I'm on board with what you're saying. Sometimes I wonder the same thing. Why do you need that special recognition? And you know what? Kudos. I don't know. I think the only ones that would make that exception are like the Korean War.
Well, let me tell you one thing.
I see them with their gas.
Yeah, the Vietnam vets, dude, to me, I have so much respect for those guys.
Absolutely.
I have more respect for those guys than anybody else. Than even us, our generation. Let me tell you why. Because you Vietnam vets were treated like shit during the war. You were treated like shit coming back out.
And still are getting treated like shit.
So you have every reason to be fucking pissed off at the world. I feel sorry. So every time I see, now that I do like to see.
Yeah.
A Vietnam vet wearing a cap, hey sir, ma'am, I mean, my respects.
And for the simple reason why? Because they deserve to get recognized for the rest of their lives because they didn't get it on the way back.
Yep.
when they needed it the most. They were spat on and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, baby killers.
Yeah, all this kind of crazy stuff.
When we got back, I mean, I remember coming out of that plane in Norfolk, Virginia, and there were
fire
lines.
department with the hoses.
Yes,
and
there were
all the
lines of
media.
people clapping
Yeah.
and giving you gifts, little kids.
Yep.
And I felt weird because I didn't feel I needed that, but our vets,
It
our
felt-
Vietnam vets didn't get that.
Yeah.
They got treated like shit. That was a really, I mean, and most of those guys were super young. I mean, it was a very bad time in our country. That was probably one of the worst wars that we've ever been involved with. And let me tell you, war is good for a lot of reasons. War is good
It's good
for
business.
For business, for the economy. War is good for population control.
Yeah.
War is good for building characters, even if you're not fighting out there. You know what happened during the World War II? All the women had to step up
Yep.
and take over the men's jobs. You know,
So the world evolved.
yes, if you watch a League of Their Own, the whole purpose of that was because
The
people
guys
wanted
were-
to watch baseball and there were no guys around, so the girls started. You know, they opened
That's
up the
true.
league to the girls.
I had forgotten about
Yeah.
that.
So
That's
I
why
mean,
she gets a Madonna.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Madonna.
She comes out in that
Well, she does, but no, I
Back
want-
then, you know, she was in the steep, you know.
Well, yeah.
the
I
material.
watched it for Rosie O'Donnell. Oh yeah, right.
No, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, you suck at drowning and you like the Cowboys.
Hey, you're the Cowboys alone.
I have bad
You know,
moments.
just for that,
I have bad moments, but
check
not
it
bad
out.
taste.
Just for that, we're gonna do a podcast out of Texas, out of the stadium.
no.
Oh yes, we are.
No.
Oh yes, we are. We're
Guys,
gonna do a
call
live
in,
podcast.
call in, change his mind.
We're gonna do a live
Let's
from
do a-
the
yeah.
tailgating,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pay for your trip, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna make you a freaking Cowboys.
That's okay,
fan.
we'll be out of it by the first quarter. That's when all you Cowboys fans leave the
So
stadium.
you know what, guys?
After the first
It's all right.
quarter.
I'll take care of it. For any Cowboys fan, I apologize. He likes. What do you like?
I ain't gonna tell you
Yeah,
again.
exactly. You don't even know who you like.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Oh God, the Steelers, man. The gayest freaking team there is.
Hey, now we have Nicolas Cage on board. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. So we're gonna be. We're
Good
gonna
luck
do
with
good.
that shit.
We got next year. No.
The
Oh,
first,
that's-
the first kick to that heel, he's out. He's done.
Of course, bro.
He's done.
That's gonna be our. That's gonna.
But
be,
he doesn't care. How much? 13 million for the season?
Yeah, that's gonna be our excuse, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get it
Well,
because he was.
we have an excuse. It's called Dak Prescott. That
Well,
guy's-
yeah, that's.
Anyway,
yeah.
whatever.
Anyway, going back to what TJ was saying, guys, do thank a veteran when you see him out there. Not give everything what we're saying, but we just trivialize some stuff like that. Like, why do people they do it? Like you said, you know, it's Korean, Second World War. My hats to Vietnam vets. My hats off to those guys. I think those dudes really, really, really had it bad before, during, and after, and the rest of their lives. Why? Because like. Look at all the Vietnam veterans are on the streets homeless. Oh, but the folks from Haiti come in, it's $10,000. Cubans come in, it's $10,000. Like, dude, really? Everybody else gets a handout except them. Like, oh, they only fought for your country, and you have what you have because of people like that. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Only in America, you know.
Yep, that was a good song in Rocky. Only in America.
I was living in America.
Oh, that's right, David.
Nurse,
I
can you
really-
give Grandpa his meds?
Guys, I really have to. So
Nurse,
if
we
you
need
can
to get
see,
his meds.
if you can see, let's see. Hold on, let me see if I can get it.
The losing end never ends.
Dallas Cowboys, baby. That's all we got here. So anyway, it's not water in here.
You're holding the cup up to the microphone.
I'm not. I'm holding up
What a
here.
Dallas Cowboy.
Over here.
Microphone
Jesus.
doesn't have a
I don't
camera.
know if you're a Steelers fan. You're blind.
Jeez.
Is it all that
Seriously.
beard? What is that? Anyway, guys, so yeah, somebody made a comment about you know, always treating people with respect and you know, treat others the way you want to be treated. That, guys, that's the golden rule we all learned in elementary school, right?
But
We
we-
should have learned.
Yeah.
You should have learned.
Should've.
So if you haven't learned it, that's probably why you've had a lot of problems in life. You know, so let me tell you, you know, going back to my personal experience as a cop, when I used to stop people, my approach was always professional. Hey, how you doing? And the reason the Laredo PD, I'm Officer So-and-so, the reason I'm stopping you.
I'm a lousy driver.
If the words of their mouths were, why the fuck did you stop me? Oh shit. The
It's
pen
on.
would come out by itself and it would start
the
writing
auto
tickets
pen?
by itself.
The auto pen?
Yeah, and they kept on. The next directive for me was get out of the car. Why? Because if you're being combative with me, either you got mental issues or you're hiding something in the car. Something's wrong.
Or they think they're above you,
Yeah,
i.e., a politician or something.
and I love that.
Do you know who I am?
Yes. No. Do you know who my father is? I'm like,
Your
did your mom
father?
tell? No,
Oh,
did
your
your mom
father?
tell you? So again, my other
Good one, Willow.
Yeah,
Good one.
my other good one was you stopped me because I'm pretty, right? Oh my god, I hated that shit. I hated that shit.
That was a guy that...
Yeah, literally guy. But still, I mean, no. So anyway, treat others with respect until you can't. What I mean is the minute they disrespect you, and that goes in a private relationship, that goes in a public forum, even with family. We're not here. The most important construct, in my opinion, in any relationship, whether it's you and me, you and your family, you and your
and
wife,
I. Jesus.
el burro primero. Whether it's
Pase
you,
usted.
it doesn't matter who it is, what relationship. The number one construct is respect.
Yeah.
From there, everything comes in: communication, trust, love, commitment, all that.
Honesty.
But if you don't have respect for someone, it's over. It's done. So that's what you gotta show. Always respect. And it has done. And I'm not talking about kissing ass. That's a whole different thing. I'm talking about respect until you can't. Once they lose respect for you, it's over. If you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's physical, psychological, emotional, doesn't matter. They're disrespecting you, you need to get out of it.
Yeah, fast.
Because it's like a dog that tastes blood.
Yeah.
When they kill chicken, whatever, they're gonna do it again.
Or
They're
sharp.
gonna do it again. So
And it goes from verbal abuse to physical abuse.
Oh, yeah.
And there's levels of physical abuse. So be careful.
guys
Take
and
care.
girls, do not ever let anybody put their hands on you. That is
Unless it's your doctor.
Unless you're paying for it.
Yeah.
unless you're paying
So
for
what'd
it.
you tell about your doctor with both hands on the back?
No, it's a different story.
Oh, my bad.
I'm never telling you anything in private again. You're posting it for the whole world to see what the fuck wrong with you.
Hey man, I gotta get a point of view.
Jesus Christ, Ken.
It's all about the views.
It's all about the views, yeah. No shit.
I didn't know anything about this before, now I'm all about the views.
It's all about the views. So anyway, guys, look, we said today it was going to be a little different. We're going to have conversations. Mike was supposed to be here. He couldn't make it. He got stuck. Next week, we're going to try to have
We're back with
a
guests.
different guest host to help us out. We are going to have guests next week also. So
Hey, you know what? And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but also, guys, let us know what you want to see. If you're like with the floodings, just an example. If you want to know what went behind it, like how is Laredo prepared, let us know. Maybe we can work on getting that person up here. Versus just bringing in whoever we want. Maybe it's if you guys want to reach out to TJ during the week and give us some time to wrap it up. And then you want to see somebody so that they can explain this or that, we can do that. And it's not just about what we want to expose. It's just a two-way street. You guys want to see the wrestling trainers come back up again and talk a little bit more? Then let us know. You want to see some of the wrestlers that have been here, Skull Kid or anybody else? Let us know. We'll gladly oblige. I mean, there's a time and a place in the schedule for it. But I don't know, TJ. Am I wrong in saying that? Or?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, in fact, another thing that I wanted we are going to try to talk about soon is, so we have the Warrior Wrestling Academy, and we just put up new ropes. We solidified the. So again, if you're on my Facebook page, you can see it. I put a video today. New ropes, new turnbuckles, new padding. It's a very safe ring. Yeah, our trainers, we're professionalizing their approach to training. In fact, I'm gonna bring something up right now. We're gonna have a back to school supply book supply drive, and we're gonna try to hit up both school systems. And this is what we want to do. So I was talking to my chief of operations yesterday, and we decided that we're gonna hit the high school. We're gonna focus on high schools. Everybody focuses on elementary and middle school.
Yeah.
But I want to focus on high school. And let me tell you why. There are a lot of kids at the high school level that are very poor, don't have, a lot of times they don't want to get involved in school, and they're very smart because they don't have the right equipment. And they're embarrassed that they don't have a backpack. They don't have
the right tennis shoes.
Yes, whatever. So we're gonna try to put some stuff together and see if we could.
We should start taking like sponsorships up. Like if there's somebody who's like, you know what, I'll sponsor a kid for a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, I remember growing up poor. I mean, I never had the Nikes that everybody had. The Capas back then, or the Dexters, or any of the penny loafers. Right? But anyway, you know what? But something like that deteriorates a kid's ability or want to go to school.
Yeah.
Like none of us are gonna make fun of me. Like me,
Yeah.
if I had my tennis shoes, I couldn't afford shoelaces and that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't mind sponsoring a kid, man, because I know exactly what they are going through.
So the goal here
Or
is
the right jeans or the
yeah,
right shirt.
yeah. I mean,
You know?
guys, to us as adults, we don't care. But for a teenager that's trying to find himself or herself, that's going through the
Don't
emotional.
let that be an ankle biter to them.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that for them, it's very important.
Yeah, it is.
It's huge. Look, it's like a cell phone.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people say, "Well, I don't want to get my child a cell phone because I don't want them exposed." The problem is if you don't, they fall behind everybody else, and then they're gonna be made fun of.
Yeah.
Because when the kids are talking about the flooding in Texas, and your child has no idea what you're talking about, they're gonna be pushed out of that group.
Yep.
So there's a lot of stuff.
They can either use it to empower them. Or it's gonna work.
and it's
against
your
them.
job as a parent, as a mentor, to guide them in the right way. You know, make sure that they're understanding things. You don't want them to talk to each other because they don't know shit. You have to have that trust that they talk to you.
Yeah.
They should be able to talk to you and why is this happening? Well,
Exactly.
Hopefully you have that relationship with your kids. But because if you don't, they're gonna go get the wrong information from another dumb shit kid.
Yep.
You know. But anyway, we're gonna try to have this drive. We're gonna try to get some people involved. We're gonna have it at the mix. We're gonna have we're probably gonna have one or two wrestling matches there for and only the people that we're sponsoring and their families are gonna be invited to this thing.
I will say this, not that I'm hitting threshold, but so this podcast came about because we're tired of hearing Laredo boring, blah blah blah. We always say that, right? But Laredo, we've been throwing stuff out there. We've been doing this and that, like the wrestling academy. I'm not saying send your kids because of whatever you'd be able to or not, but I say go by, check it out. The Wrestling Academy has done a lot of free events, sponsored free events, and it's just not just show up and watch a wrestling. It's like free drinks, free this, free that, and nobody's showing up. Or not that nobody's showing up. It's just the turnout is not as we thought that Laredo would, because Laredo, you said you're this is boring, and this is why I can now I kind of understand why big entertainment doesn't want to bring Kiss to Laredo again. As an example, I was at their last concert, half of the arena. Really, guys? These guys bought all of their 18 rigs of equipment, and half the Laredo. Come on,
I know, but
step it up.
bring some freaking banda whatever. Holy shit, it gets full. Well, not right now because people are afraid to come out because of ice.
Yeah,
but-
I'm sorry, those customers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
sailed out already.
the rest of the people, that have a disposable income,
Yeah.
they don't support this stuff.
And now that this is for a better cause, still, not only with the wrestling kind of trying to get your kids in shape and teach them a skill that versus just sitting around the couch at home. Now there's a real humble mission behind it. Get behind it, support, show up. Take whatever you're gonna take, donate, hang around, enjoy the matches, but show up. Like, show us that this is not in vain. That give us a reason why I still believe in Laredo, and I think everybody should that lives here, because I heard some other comp. You're not happy with Laredo? Bye, leave, or for that fact, this country. But those that do enjoy being here, get out there. Doesn't cost you a dime to go, unless you're going to charge. But they don't charge for you to go check out the matches and for the supply drive. So show up, Laredo. I think we talked enough, TJ.
I think so. I'm starting to lose my buzz. But anyway,
It's because you're falling asleep and you're peeing yourself.
like I said, this is actually episode 17, guys. I apologize that we didn't get a chance to update that. it's always a pleasure, guys. We there's a lot of work that's put into this every week to try to provide you guys with a different approach to, like Bojo said. I mean, it's everybody always complains that there's nothing to do in Laredo, but we're trying to expose people that are trying to make a change in Laredo. There's still a lot of people to talk to. We've been lucky. We've been blessed with a lot of high quality people that come through and take their time to want to talk to y'all, and so we're gonna continue doing this,
Yep.
until we become millionaires. So, why not, right?
Sure.
But anyway, guys, please stay tuned for next week.
Yep.
We're gonna try our best to continue to be on here every week, and come to you guys at a when you're whatever you're doing right now, whether it's folding clothes, making dinner, or whatever. Hopefully y'all got something out of this. Hopefully we're able to either teach you something or provide you with a different view on life. We're not saying we're wrong. I mean, we're right all the time. We're not saying that, we're not trying to be wrong here. We're just trying to provide you with experiences
thoughts.
and we're trying to motivate for a conversation.
Absolutely.
A lot of times we get calls after this. Hey guys, why don't you do this, or this went well, this went wrong, whatever. We always accept criticism as long as it's constructive in a way that's going to make us better. It's going to make this podcast better. We'll always accept it. But anyway, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Anything else, Bojo?
No, take care. God bless. And if you have an issue or something you can't figure it out, give God a try. Thank you.
All right, guys, y'all take care. Have a good weekend.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Laters.